Shub Diwali to you, and we're celebrating here on the Now Morning Show. Welcome to it. I'm Rokas alongside Ayanka Will and Natasha Lake. Ladies, how we feeling this morning?
Festive.
Very much so.
I think that's the best way to describe it. I feel festive.
Well, we celebrate the Festival of Lights, so it only makes sense to feel festive. Of course, earlier this week we would have gone to the Diwali Nagar, and as you can see, we got some clothes.
And accessories.
Well, I didn't get the accessories. I didn't get any.
Better, because I have no hair to adorn otherwise.
But it's going to be a great morning this morning. We are celebrating Diwali, and we encourage you to do so with us. And we encourage you to spread the love, spread the light, and make somebody's world a little bit better. And Tash?
Definitely, I agreed. I mean, it's light over darkness, and we are definitely in the spirit this morning and looking forward to the conversation. Now, I would like to introduce to you, Trinidad and Tobago, and to the world watching, Pundit Veda Persad, the spiritual leader of the Ramjit and Basu Persad Hindu Temple, the managing director of Hari Persad and Sons Limited, and the chair of the Hari Persad Helping Hands Foundation, to start off our morning the right way.
Namaste, Sitaram, to each and every one of you, as we join this morning in an opening prayer to the Divine Mother and to the Divine Father in our universe as we celebrate Maha Deepavali, the celebration of lights. Om Hari Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Falasadabakshanam Umasutam Shokavinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Padapam Gadam Om Shuklam Bharadanam Devam Shashi Varanam Jyoturbhujam Prasanna Vadamadhayate Sarva Vigano Prashantaye Om Gananam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashtravastanam Jishtanajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shunvinseda Sadhanam Om Akandamandalakarnam Vyatam Ye Characharam Tatpatam Darshitanyena Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samsitar Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha Om Swastina Indro Vridashravaha Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha Swastina Staksho Arishchanimahi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Yaschandra Samrisha Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Sambhavova Samindro Medayaspanotu Amritasya Namadeva Nama Bhuyasham Sharenam Medivarchanam Jitva Me Madhumattama Kanhe Brahmanakoso Simiraya Pitaha Om Mahalakshmi Ashtakam Nama Namaste Madhe Shru Bhujite Shankajakragaste Mahalakshmi Namostute Namaste Ghodari Kailash Bhakarani Sarva Papari Mahalakshmi Namostute Sarvade Sarvade Sarvaduksha Bhakari Sarvadukta Hari Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Siddhi Buddhi Pade Devi Bhukti Mukti Padayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Stula Shukshma Mahadori Mahashakti Madhuri Mahapapari Devi Mahadevi Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you so much, Pundit, for being with us this morning and for opening us up in the right way. It's a pleasure to have you and your team with us in studio this morning for a conversation and to learn a little bit more about Diwali itself. So share with us, as we get into the conversation this morning, of course, that prayer. This is something that we know, of course, is so auspicious to the Hindu community, Deepawali, as you would have mentioned, or Diwali. Can you share with us a little insight into what you just said?
Sure, no problem. Again, Diwali is one of the most festive times in the Hindu calendar for the entire year. And like we all know, it is darkness. And it is the month of Kartik, which is known for this month. And on the day of Diwali, it is actually called the Amasvaya, which means it is the darkest night of the entire fortnight. So therefore, when we light the lamp on Diwali day, it is to engulf and share light in the form of the brilliancy, removing ignorance from the level of the mind. So therefore, in our opening prayer, we gave praises to the Divine Master in the form of Bhagwan Ganesh, who is the remover of all obstacles and all difficulties in our life. These pacification mantras are known as the Swasti Vachan, which means it prepares and sanctifies the atmosphere in preparation for the divine in our lives. Sanctifies the atmosphere around us in preparation for receiving the divinity of God. And therefore, in any scriptural knowledge, in any religion or any background, this knowledge of light is represented in the text, on any sacred text. For example, in Hinduism, it is called the Holy Ramayana or the Bhagavad Gita. Or in Islam, it's called the Holy Quran. Or likewise in Christianity, it is called the Bible. And this is known as the representation of the light of knowledge. The light is not necessarily segregated to Hinduism, but that light of knowledge in which we look during this time of Deepavali, which is celebrated over a 5-day period, today being the first day, Dhanteras, which is known as the manifestation of the day in which Mother Lakshmi was emerged from the ocean of samsara, the milky ocean of samsara. So we celebrate today that day where she is known as her manifestation on earth, where she came from the celestial region. So therefore, together with her and other sacred items that came out of the churning of the ocean. And we also know the name of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is also the one who, in that churning of the ocean, it came about where the halaha poison was also one of the manifestations in the sacred ocean. And Lord Shiva himself took and consumed the halaha poison to save mankind and to save the earth, and he kept this halaha poison at his throat. And therefore he was known as the one who is called the blue-throated one, who is Nilakanta. So therefore, on this day, the first day of the Mahadipavali, we celebrate this as a community together. The second day of Diwali, which is tomorrow, is called Yamadeep. Yamadeep is prostrations when we light the sacred light, or that light before the day of Diwali, dedicated to Yamraj, who is known as the god of death. And we light this lamp to protect ourselves and to protect our families and our loved ones for untimely death. And that Yamadeep we celebrate tomorrow, and it is known as, you light this diya, it has 4 wicks, and it has 4 lamps lighting each direction, north, south, east, and west. And when we light it, we pray for the protection of the ones in our home to be protected from untimely death, and those of our loved ones, our family, our extended communities, etc. The third day of Diwali is actually the day of Diwali itself, where we celebrate the goddess of light. At this, as I previously mentioned, the darkest night of the fortnight, when we celebrate and rejoice in the form of Mother Lakshmi, who is that form of light in our religion. And the Divine Mother is one who has a protective arm. She embraces, she loves her children. So therefore, when we celebrate the divinity of the Mother, it is one that is the Mother of the entire universe, the one who protects mankind, the one who protects our entire existence as an earth, as we live together as human beings. We live together with the animal kingdom and the aquatic life. And therefore, the protection of all these things that makes our life sustainable. So when we celebrate and we share in our homes and we cook food and all the sweets and we share in these festivities, we invite those to become part of that light and that creation. But more so, when we light the physical diya, it is a physical representation of that light. However, more so, the spiritual meaning behind Diwali on that day is the removal of the ignorance that is present in our mind, so that we are connected to the divinity in which we have once come and which we shall once return. On the 4th day of Diwali, which will be on Monday, is also known as the Govardhan Puja, when Bhagavan Krishna lifted the mountain on his little finger to save the earth from the wrath of Lord Indra, when his fellow devotees were suffering the calamity of the rains and floods, and the mountain provided shelter. So we do pujas offering to the Govardhan mountain who saved mankind at that time. And then on the last and the 5th day of Mahadipavali is known as Bhaya Dooj, which is the celebration of the connection of the bond between our brothers and sisters, which is known as Brothers' Day or Sisters' Day. And we invite again those to our homes, and we extend phone calls and well wishes to all those who are close to us, not even our blood relatives, but those who we consider to be brothers and sisters. And Bhaya Dooj represents the last and the final day of Mahadipavali.
Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning on Now 5 days. We hear many times about the 5-day celebration, but many get invested, of course. We see the actual day itself, the public holiday, and we don't know the significance behind it. And one of the things that you shared with us this morning is the depth of community, family, and love that comes out of this season and why it is so auspicious to all of us. And I think also that's the beauty of Trinidad and Tobago. You shared with us this morning, and I know many who are watching right now, you're going to be able to take that with you into your homes, into your lives, and hopefully light a day up. Before we close our conversation this morning, share with us, Pundit, what is your favorite part of Diwali?
Yes, coming from a Hindu home and being in a Hindu community where we live in St. Helena, we just concluded our Mahadipavali celebrations last Saturday. The best part of Diwali for me is when we bring the members of our community together. We bring them together and share in the festivities, in a celebration of life. The celebration in a time where our life and the communities in which we live, and by the world by extension, as we know all these wars are going on, we're just coming out of a pandemic. There's definitely darkness prevailing. And when we can offer a form of light in any form to bring a smile to one's face, or to feed the poor and the hungry, and to be able to extend help to those in need, charity is one of the big parts or the forms of our human mankind religion, as I said, Hinduism and all religions by extension. If we are in a position to help, we help those that we can. And that is the most important part of Diwali. Not being able to only help yourself, but to help those that are in need.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Pundit, for being with us this morning on the Now Morning Show. Wishing you, your family, and your entire community a happy and holy Diwali.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. It's our pleasure. Trinidad and Tobago and the world, stay tuned. This edition of the Now Morning Show, Diwali, is coming back in a few moments.